Hey guys, welcome back to the Comic Book Lowdown. I'm Wellington. Gonna bring you guys the pull week video for this week. Um, you guys can see I got a haircut going on. Why I bring that up is because I recently found out that there's a comic book themed barbershop in my area, right? Pretty close to my house. And I went there yesterday and they got comics that fill every single wall of this barbershop, just like covered. Every wall is covered with comic books or superhero posters or something like that. It's freaking awesome. Uh, I got, my girlfriend took a picture, like just one picture of like a section of the barbershop. I'll put it on Twitter for you guys to check it out. It is like intense covered. So I thought that was pretty cool. That's gonna be my barbershop now. Also, they gave me a good haircut, and it's for even cheaper than what I used to pay for my other barbershop, which was pretty cheap. Um, so yeah, there's that. But you guys are here to hear about the books. I only got 3 books to talk about. I didn't read any back issues that I had gotten, so not gonna talk about those. 3 books that I got this week though, all really really good. So, you know, as I normally do, of course, timestamps down below to fast forward to whatever review. But as I normally do, from what I like to say least like to pick of the week, this would be that, but everything was really, really good. So, yeah, there it is. And you guys will be able to tell because the first book that I'll be reviewing is Animal Man issue number 25. And you guys know that Animal Man is an awesome book, written by Jeff Lemire, art by Raphael Albuquerque. This book is freaking awesome. The art in it is crazy. Pretty much, like we found out last time, Brother Blood has teamed up with one of the totems to kind of take over the red and make it new, and so now pretty much Brother Blood is the avatar, he's kind of becoming the general of the red, pretty much. And Maxine is stuck in the red, and Buddy has his ties to the red cut off now, so things are getting really intense. They want to get Buddy and Ellen. They want to get Maxine back, of course, from the red. And Brother Blood, his cult is just crazy in this book. There's a lot of good moments between Ellen and Buddy that, I really want to see, because I hate the fact that they had been, separated from each other, and it's good to see what we get in this book, them kind of coming together for the same cause. That action in this book is really crazy. Some of the things that the guys do that are in the cult, what they do, it's really intense. And the way this book ends, it's like, what's going on now? Like, it just got really weird. But I'm excited to see what happens next. Excited for next month to see issue 26. Love this cover. It's awesome. This book's awesome. Pick it up if you haven't already. A book that I actually did think I was going to like it because of the writer. And it turned out to be just that, and also the artist on this book. This is the Superior Spider-Man Annual, issue number 1. This is written by Christos Gage, who I'm thinking is going to take over the main Spider-Man title, whatever it may be, after Dan Slott leaves. I think once Dan Slott closes out this Green Goblin arc that's going to be happening starting, thinking maybe February or maybe January. Once Dan Slott closes that out, I think Gage is going to take over because, I mean, he wrote the annual, and I looked on Marvel, and it looks like he's going to be co-writing a lot of things with this book. He's going to be co-writing, and Dan Slott's got his Silver Surfer book coming out, and it seems like Dan Slott doesn't write more than one book at a time, so I think his run on Spider-Man will be coming to a close in the upcoming months. And I think Ramos will also be off because Cameron Coley is going to be taking over some of the art job in the future books. So we'll see. Maybe there might be a shift in creative team after this Goblin story arc. I don't know, just speculating. But Christos Gage is an amazing writer and teamed up with Javier Rodriguez in this book, who's done. I know him as the guy that fills in for Chris Samney when Samney's not doing the art on Daredevil most of the time. Javier Rodriguez did the. I think he did issue 28. A lot of people jumped in on. I think he did issue 28 of Daredevil and maybe 29. So you guys know what the art is going to look like in this book. It looks a lot like kind of the Samney style, and whatever. The art in here is awesome, and the writing is awesome. And this is dealing with the villain in this book is Blackout, who's a Ghost Rider villain, kind of a demon murder type deal. And what happens at the beginning of this book is that one of the men that used to work for the Kingpin is looking to kind of set the score against Spider-Man by getting at Peter Parker, and so he takes his knowledge of Peter Parker working for Spider-Man to Blackout in hopes that Blackout will help him out. Blackout then does something to the guy, and then kind of takes it into his own hands. Then I really like. I think what's his name? I think Gage can write this Superior Spider-Man better than Slott can. Than Slott does, at least from what I've read of Gage writing it. I feel more connected to the character. I root for the character more, even though it is the Doc Ock Spider-Man when Gage writes it. But that might be just because he hasn't written so many of the issues. I don't know. But in this book, I really, at points I was like rooting for this character. And the way this book ends, it's like really horrific, actually. I didn't think they would take it that far. But, the way it ends right before the actual ending, the way it ends for Spider-Man, I did not think they would take it that far. And it was really weird to see Spider-Man doing what he was doing. And especially because the art was so good, it just made it that much worse to look at. But yeah, so if you haven't read it, I don't want to spoil what it was, but it's pretty messed up. Yeah. And then we get some Green Goblin stuff at the end of this, which is really freaky. What's happening, and but it's really cool. Really dig what's going to be happening in this Goblin arc that's coming up soon. And now I'm ready for that Venom story to start next week. Coming next week, guys. But yeah, Superior Spider-Man Annual, issue number 1. Really cool, really cool, really cool. And of course, my pick of the week, though, has got to be Daredevil issue number 33. Awesome cover, again. Sam doing the cover. But different artists. Javier Rodriguez does the colors on this book. But the artist in here is not Sam Nee. It's a guy named John Copeland. I'm not familiar with him and his art. No, Jason Copeland. Jason Copeland. Yeah, he's not done any Daredevil stuff that I am aware of, but he does, and I don't know if this is his style or if this is just kind of him adapting to the style that the Daredevil book has been in, but it's very similar to the Sam Neill and Rodriguez art. So they're keeping the style very consistent. So the book isn't kind of hindered in any way. You get the same feel art wise in this book, and the art is again still amazing in this book. Even though this book has not had one bad artist in its run so far. We've had Paulo Rivera, who's an amazing artist. We've had of course Sam Neill and Rodriguez, and now Copeland, and I think there was another one. Can't remember who it was, but I know for a fact that their art was also great. Yeah, so there's that. Sam Neill did of course, co-writing, co-storytelling with Mark Waid. Anyways, getting into the book. Last issue we left off, I'll spoil it if you haven't read it. You haven't read it, it was a month ago. Daredevil got shot. He got shot big time in the chest. And the way this picks up, it doesn't pick up right from that point. It actually picks up in a dream. And the dream is really cool, and it's something I never thought of. One of the things that Daredevil or Matt Murdock, because he's in Matt Murdock form, kind of mentions is that the dream is about him and Foggy. And the character that is in the dream as Foggy, you could kind of say it might be Foggy because of, just the art change and, whatever. But it doesn't look like Foggy totally. But then the explanation for it is really good. It's because Matt was already blind when he met Foggy, so he doesn't actually know what Foggy Nelson looks like. And so the character in the dream is just a mismatch of faces that he associates with the personality of Foggy. So that's a really cool idea by Waid and Sam Neill. And it's done very well by Copeland on art. But then, the dream's over, and we're back picking up to after Daredevil got shot and picking up with all the monster characters. And, this whole book is about, continuing on with Daredevil searching for the answers about the Sons of Serpent. We're still in that. He's looking for kind of things to get an edge on them, get a leg up on them, and see how he can beat them. The secrets lie in like a occultist book called The Darkhold, and these people, the monster characters, have a great knowledge of it. And then just, the way things play out in this book, it's just really crazy. And the way things happen at the end, because I don't want to spoil it, because you got to read it for yourself. It's just like, wow. And paired up with the art and this huge page, just one page, you'll know what I'm talking about when you read it. It's at the end, and it's kind of like, wow, that worked out very well. And just the way this ends, really cool ending. We can tell we're going back to New York, and yeah, this book is awesome. Going to be ending in February, but at the end of this book, it says it shows the covers to the final books in this run, and this run ends in February. So, but they give a little teaser. They don't give a teaser. They just say, watch out for what's coming in March. So there might be a new Daredevil title in March, or there's going to be something Daredevil happening in March. So be aware of that. And on that note, I'm done with my reviews. Gonna get out of here, guys. Got stuff to do today. Long video as it is. 5 minutes per review now. So I'm Wellington, signing off with the Comic Book Lowdown. I'll see you guys next time.